Hi, my name is Detroit Miracle, and I have a political message for everyone. Now, since I was a very young child, I came to understand that society as a whole in this country elects political officials for various offices for intended purposes of making things better for those very people who have entrusted them to do so. So you get a great number of people that would vote for one political candidate, or you get many people that vote for a few political candidates to put them in office as representatives. And those people are conditioned to believe that that one person would have enough power to change things for them who are many. And those many people do not realize, or that they do not acknowledge the fact that they as a whole of society has all the power together to change things for the better in their very lives. And I've been hearing things about President Trump for years as far as what he's not doing, how he feels about people, what he should have done. He doesn't care enough, but the people made the decision to elect someone with no political experience over a woman who had way more political experience than he did. And if you elect a businessman to handle various affairs in the highest political office, then what do you expect to happen? You know, he should have at least ran for governor or been a governor or senator first, which would have enabled him to gain that experience to handle the office. And I know many people are saying, hey, but this guy is sexist and he's racist. But in a lot of ways, at least he's honest enough to admit that. But I still don't like those facts if they are true. But has he actually come out and said he was a racist and sexist? I don't know if he ever has, or I don't know if he hasn't. But in a lot of cases, actions speak louder than words, or inactions speaks louder than words as well. I think he should have came out and spoke against social injustices and sexisms and put all that racist stuff to bed, but he has not. So that would be a clear indicator that he is not against it. But I know I might be wrong. But anyway, regardless of how he feels about people of color and ethnic, he was entrusted to do a job to the best of his ability, and many feel that he has not done that job. And an exemplary record stands for itself, and a terrible record would stand for itself as well. But anyway, we, society as a whole, we entrust various political candidates such as mayors, senators, House of Representatives, governors, vice presidents, and presidents to lobby on our behalf and make things better for us as a whole. But how can they do that if everyone is not on the same accord and everyone has a different agenda? And the proof of that is there's different political parties, like Democrats and Republicans, and each of them have their own agendas. And that doesn't make any sense that they would divide political parties, or the political parties will be divided rather than together and on the same accord if they are for the people, of the people, and a part of the people. But I know that's another story. Well, getting back to the issue of many people entrusting one person or a few to lobby on their behalf, I feel as though the many would have more power than the one. Like for example, just say you got a million people or a couple of million poor people to say, hey, we want to elect this official because I believe this official will make many jobs for us so that we would get those jobs and be able to support our families better and live well. Well, can't those million or a couple of million poor people put their money together and save money and then invest in businesses and buy stocks that accumulate with interest, and then those people as a whole would be able to open up good paying jobs or start new businesses that can provide employment for themselves in order to make a better life for each other and most certainly their families. And some people might say, okay, well, we entrust this political official to wipe away crimes and make things safer on our streets and in our neighborhoods and communities. Well, can't the many people as a whole do that themselves? Can't they start up neighborhood watch programs and block clubs? And can't they deputize themselves and do patrols around their neighborhoods to police things and make them safer? You know, they give out CCWs to anyone without a criminal record. So there is no law against going out there and policing the community, but they can work with the police in regards to making things safer in their community. They can give them periodic, updates on the things that are going on and happening around their communities. And then that will establish a working relationship with the police there to make things safe, because we want things safer for our kids. We want our kids to be able to go out and play. We want our kids safe when they walk to and from school. I know people will be like, well, we don't feel we could trust the police because we keep seeing videos with the police acting like thugs and gangbangers. And they said they're beating and murdering people who don't appear threatening or don't appear to have committed a crime. Yeah, and I believe that's the case because all that evidence is an overstatement. And I would be like, hey, if any police with as many camera equipment, many spy equipment, and cameras in general being made relatively available to the public this way where anybody can go out and buy a camera, and the police chiefs would not tell his officers, look, do not treat people or mishandle people wrongly or be unfair to people because this is videotaped. I can't imagine that a police chief wouldn't do that because it doesn't make any sense, and everything is videotaped. Essentially, it's cameras everywhere, and I keep seeing cameras of this stuff happening, and that is because one of the reasons is because we, as a society, we entrust one person, or we entrust selected members of society to make things better and improve conditions in our communities, rather than us doing that ourselves for ourselves. Now, if people establish block, they could say, hey, look, if we don't trust the police, look, we would rather you not get involved in our personal lives. We will police our streets ourselves. We have the numbers. We'll organize street cleanups, street patrols, and regular things around the neighborhood that will keep things safer for our children, for our families, for our persons, and for our possessions, and they go and vote on that, then the majority is the deciding. Then that would put an end to racist police officers abusing their privileges in the community that way. And all cops ain't racist, because you run into good cops, good white cops, good black cops, and I feel that many of them should step up and put a stop to that type of stuff that goes on. Like if they got a racist partner, or they know racist officers, they should be like, look, man, you giving us a bad name, and I do not want to be looked at as some thug, some gangster, some criminal who abuses his privileges in office, whether I have a badge or not. But to make a long story short, That's another overstatement of the fact that the people of the majority truly and really have the power to change things, more so than a few or one could ever do. So this is Detroit Miracle. If you guys approve of this video, y'all are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel, and please leave a like and a comment in the comment section. Thanks for tuning in.